Hi, friends. Welcome to Compound Confessions. I am so glad you're here. This is my first episode of this. So look at Zoran. I thought I'd do like these compound confessions once a week. I'm hoping to do every Tuesday. I'll bring you a new one where we kind of just chat about what's going on the compound, what I'm doing homestead wise, what's going on, any questions anybody had from any of our builds or any of the stuff we're doing. You can ask them and I can answer them here. I just want to be like open and honest with everybody and bring you along the trip of building our family compound. I haven't done this way before. So my daughter and I had a kind of like a podcast YouTube. And so this is just a little different because I'm using my phone, but I'm looking at myself, but I'm not looking at the camera. So I don't know if my eyes are weird when we're doing this, but I'm going to figure it out. So, because I could do the back-facing camera, but I am doing the back-facing camera. I could do the front-facing camera, but I was like, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, right? That's what life's about, figuring it out. I have my tea, so we can get cozy and relax. I guess you know what I'll do? I'll first tell you about me. So, since this is our first episode, I'm Andrea. Let's see what. I turned 50 last year in 2025 of September. And so we bought our family compound last July. So July of 2025. And before that, we did live on a farm. So we lived on a 7-acre farm about an hour away from here. And so our oldest got married in 2024, had our first grandbaby in 2025. So it was kind of like the step was to do a family compound. Because one, I think family is the most important thing. And we are a really, really close family. So I just wanted my grandbaby on the property with me. So we are in that stage now. So we've been here about 7 months and kind of doing a bunch of projects to make it our own. When we moved on the property, we have another kitty coming. So we've got I've got 3 cats. There's Zarin, our Bengal, right here. He just laid down. Chloe, you see her head. That's Chloe. She's 18. She's our calico. And then we have a Maine Coon. That's Atticus. He is about 6 months old. So I guess I should just tell you about all of our animals. We have 3 dogs, 2 Great Danes, and 1 Dalmatian. The pups are 2, and Jasper the Dalmatian is like 8. Let's see. We have 2 horses, Chance and Willow. And then we have 2 goats, Piper and Poppy. And then we have a lot of chickens. I have 2 roosters. One does not have a name because he irritates me all the time. But our main rooster is Roo. Call him Roo. He's very sweet. We have the hens, right? The laying hens. And then we have meat chickens also. Are you coming up, Chloe, where Zarin is? You're not going to come up there. Come on. Come here, Chloe. She's staring me down like, what are you doing, Mom? Oh, she's up there now. No, don't put your bum. Come over here. Come sit on my lap. You want to sit on my lap? So we have, the meat, I call them meat nuggets, but they're the meat chickens. We are raising them to butcher them because that's what you do on a farm. Not everybody has to, but we've chosen to do that. We did 1 set of meat chickens at our old farm. It went pretty well, but I think we've learned a lot from the first time. So you do something, you learn, you grow. And so this time we're going to do some different things. And so I'm excited to show you guys that. I will put a disclaimer for anybody who does not want to watch that, but I'll try to be very tactful and not show all the, guts and glory. Oh, I know she left, Zarin. You going after her? He's like, where's sister going? He's going to go bother her. Chloe doesn't want anything to do with the boys. Excuse me. Let's see. So we have them, and they're in 2 different coops right now. The meat chickens have their own coop. And I do free range them also. So this is what I do. So we have, you guys, if you saw any of my videos, you know, we have the coop the free shed that we turned into a coop. And then we have the run. And then they have their free ranging space, which is also fenced in. And so within that free ranging space is another coop, and that's where the meat nuggets live. And I rotate days that they all get to free range. Except for today. Today is our first sunny, nice day, and so I let them all out to be in the sun. So we take really good care of our animals. So right now, also we have 3 turkeys. So right now the turkeys are with the chickens, only because we had that ice storm here a couple of weeks ago where we lost like electricity for 6 days. That was so much fun. But you know what stayed warm was the chicken coop. I swear by the shed as a chicken coop. If the floor is easy to clean, it's easy to spray down, and it kept them all so warm. So we put them all together. So did not lose one animal. But we do have a turkey coop, and then we're in the process of building their run, and they're right next to the chickens. And we'd like to get more turkeys, which I think I have some coming soon. We have 3 of them right now. And then I don't know how many hens I have. I don't remember how many meat nuggets I have either, but that's about it. Oh, we have 2 outside cats, Ash and Hickory. They're our barn cats, but they kind of live outside the garage, and they have their little area inside. So they also came in. They were in my office. This is my office. So they were in my office during the ice storm. Everybody was here. It was good times. You know, it did teach us that, you know, I feel like I call myself modern self-sufficiency because I do like my Wi-Fi and stuff like that. But it taught us stuff about the house. Since we haven't been here that long, you have to like kind of learn what's what. And we learned that we need new windows and we need a full house generator because Andrea does not want to be without electricity for 6 days ever again. Because, you know, you don't have electricity. We live on a well, so we didn't have water. Thank God I'm a somewhat prepper, so we had containers of fresh water that we filled up just in case. And we had plenty of food. We had a gas stove. We have a fireplace. We have 2 generators, so we use the generators to turn on the Wi-Fi and heat some space heaters. So we kind of just lived on the main floor of the house. So we have an upstairs, which is where I am now. We have the main floor, and then we have a basement. So the basement was really cold, which I'm going to do a video because I'm going to do our seeds. So my veggie seeds, I'm going to start them this week. And we have in the basement, we have a room where I kind of keep all my canning and all my prep stuff, like just in case, because when you live out in the country, you never know when you're not going to be able to go to the grocery store. So I like to be prepared. And so part of that is in that room. And so I'm going to put my kind of my grow kit. I forget what they call it, but it has the lights and the shelves and everything. So I'm going to start my seeds in there. I don't usually start my seeds. I usually just plant it straight to the ground. So this is a little new to me. So I'm kind of learning. We're all learning together, this family compound and stuff. So let me take a drink of tea. So anyways, we moved here. Our oldest daughter, her husband, and the grandbaby are going to build a house on the property. Right now, they're living in our fifth wheel while we renovate their house that they own in another city to sell that because they don't need 2 houses, and they want to use that money to buy or build, or we're not sure what we want to do yet. There's so many options that they can do for their house on the property. And we're looking at everything from kits to modulars to barnuminiums. so many things. So it's really exciting time for us here at the farm. Our farm is Stillwater Haven. And so it's just a beautiful property. We have a pond, we have a creek, so many acreage. We're hoping to purchase maybe a couple more acreage. I'm not sure. Our neighbor is considering maybe selling it to us, which would be nice, because that kind of determines where our daughter is going to build her house. We have a spot right now, but if we can get the other acreage, we'll probably do that instead. Our middle daughter will not build a house on the compound. She's a city girl, so she's got a nice little apartment in Nashville, which I love because I can go see her and have a little fun. So homesteading is not new to me, but it's newer. At our other farm, of course, I had my garden. I had all the animals, so we brought all the animals to the new place. And so I've been gardening for a really, really long time. And so I have done canning, but canning is kind of, some of the canning is kind of new to me too. So I am learning this stuff with you guys, because I love to post a video and we kind of teach each other and learn together. And the thing about social media that I really, really love, that I've found out recently by building my TikTok following, is that there are so many of us that are starting to homestead, want to homestead, have been homesteading, and are over 40, over 50, kind of reinventing your life. Because I think this day and age, we're all a little weary of things. Let's just say things. And we want to be prepared, you know? And so I think the best way is to, I mean, you don't have to live on 50 acres or 7 acres, but to have a garden in your backyard, you know, grow your own food. Just sometimes you go to the grocery store and they don't have what you want in like the fresh veggie section. And like some of those big stores where you can buy bulk food, I swear their veggies are the worst veggies. So why not just grow your own? Like tomatoes are super easy. You can grow them in a pot. If you live in an apartment, if you have a balcony, just a little something. You don't have to do it full on like I'm doing it, but we can actually learn from each other. And that's what I found out on like TikTok and my Instagram, is that it's about learning what each other knows and teaching each other and just kind of growing as a society. So it's really exciting for me, because I just love meeting people, and I love just knowing that there's a lady in Florida that's also gardening and doing all this stuff. And then there's another lady in like South Carolina or something. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that. How did you do that? Like, you know, and they're posting videos and you're learning like, oh, okay, I'm going to save that because I can do that too. And they're doing the same to you. So it's just so exciting that there's so many of us out there that are wanting to do a family compound or are in the process of doing it and building from scratch. I love it. It makes me so excited. So, that's that from that property, our little mini farm to our big farm. My husband is a contractor. He's been a contractor for 40 plus years. He's 54. So he started when he was like 15. So, and has built from the ground up. He knows everything about construction. My husband knows a lot of things. So he is, you know, project manager on every single project we do around here. And I'm kind of like the laborer. So I hear my cats hissing at each other. So Zarin is being mean to Chloe. So he has a lot of experience. He's been on HGTV. He used to do 2 shows on there. So he loves what he does. He loves to build. He loves that. And so we also bought this so he can kind of semi-retire. So you know, you get older in life, you have different priorities. You just don't want to like hustle like you used to. So we've been looking at different avenues for him. And so, and then for the farm, I'm making soap and I'll put my Etsy store back up because when we were in California, I'm an esthetician by trade, so I used to make a skincare and soap and sell it on Etsy. So I'm in the process of doing that. And it's just stuff I love. I love to do that kind of stuff. So kind of perfecting my sourdough recipe, which I think I have. So I made some the other day and it was delicious. It's the best one I've ever made. So I was so excited about that. But it does take a long time. So it takes a lot of patience, a lot of trial and error and stuff like that. So I just think we can all learn together, right? You can be like, wait, Andrea does it that way, but I do it this way. And I kind of like the way I do it, but maybe I can incorporate some of her stuff. You know what I mean? So we've got lots of projects going on. I'm going to do my seeds this week. And then I don't have a garden yet. So that's going to be another big project that we're going to do. We're going to do the garden. So during the storm, right, I said the windows, we need to replace the windows and a whole house generator. So the windows, we're going to keep the windows and I'm going to recycle them for my because why get rid of them when you can use them somewhere else? So the plan for the greenhouse will have to be based on the windows. So I really want, I really want a big greenhouse, to grow things so my neighbor, they're Mennonites. And so if you don't know what a Mennonite is, it's kind of like an Amish family. So so on this property there used to be a huge greenhouse, the kind that's kind of like half circle. I don't know what they're called. They bought it from the last owner. And so they have that over on their property. And what he's done in there is amazing. I need a tour because all I hear about it all the time. And so we just saw him during the ice storm because we were all cutting trees on our road so that it could be cleared so the utility company and everyone can come down it so we can get power faster. Didn't happen, but and he told me he's growing bananas. We are in Tennessee in January and he's growing bananas. So I want to learn from them and everything that they want to teach me. So, but he said he has a wood stove in there to keep the temperature. So now I'm like, ooh, because I would love to grow all year round. And so, so that's something we're going to have to plan. I have to figure out where I want the greenhouse and this and that. What else? Oh, so another big project is so the property has a shop. You could have turned it into a barn, but we have it as my husband's shop. And so along the side of the shop, there's like windows that look like, like the barn windows that pull out. And so we are building, we just did the dry lot fencing, which I have to post that video for you guys. But sometimes it takes me a long time to edit these videos. I'm learning as I'm going because I don't like to do the voiceovers. I'd rather talk to you guys while we're doing it and tell you dimensions and measurements and stuff like that as we're going instead of coming in back and doing voiceover and editing and this and that. So a couple of my videos are going to be like that, but going forward, I'm doing all of it as we're building. So we did the dry lot, we fenced in the dry lot, and so our next project is to do the stalls for the horses. We are so lucky that there's an old barn on the property that we put the horses and the goats in because they would have froze to death. It was so bad here, but stalls and then a tack room and then a hay room. So that's kind of our big project, which will be before the greenhouse because the horses need some covering and stuff. What else? What else do I want to talk about today? I was talking about Nick and I, right? So we've been married like 30 years. We have 3 girls, 1 grandbaby who's a girl. He's surrounded by women, I'm telling you. But I've always been interested. I'm from the beach. I'm from Huntington Beach, California. And when I was growing up, there used to be a farm in Huntington Beach. And I remember it was like the next block or maybe the next block over, a few blocks over. and it was on the corner. And I was so fascinated with it because I don't know if they had chickens and stuff like that. I know they had horses. So I know they had a lot of horses, but that was the only kind of farm life I grew up with, other than going to Knox Berry Farm, and they always had the petting zoo. So I don't even know where it came from that I wanted to be a farmer and live on a homestead and do all that stuff. It just interests me though. But I've always gardened, and I've always loved houseplants and stuff like that. So gardening is my happy place. I do not like shoes. I love to like not wear gloves and just get my hands dirty in the dirt and touch the plants and like put my feet in the grass. It's just such good grounding, and it just feels good being out in the sun with nature. It's so peaceful and so rewarding when you grow something from a seed that you can eat and freeze and keep. I can't. It makes me so excited. So, oh, my legs hurt. So that's that. So I've always gardened. We moved to Tennessee. How long have we been here? We've been here 12 years, I think. 11, something like that. And our place before this, we lived on 7 acres. So I did have the garden. I had all the animals. I've always like, I think like 2020 kind of changed us. I know it changed a lot of people in learning new things, doing new things, stuff like that. That's when I think I started kind of prepping stuff and canning and having a backup of supplies. So that's really kind of what I'm focused on here. Kind of learning to can differently or can more, and kind of teaching myself some of that, and having a supply, because you just never know. One, we live out in the country and there is not a store around us. So sometimes you just can't rely on that stuff. Okay, I had to adjust my phone. Something happened where it stopped recording. So I don't know. You guys will know that because I mean, it's continuing, but anyways, now I forget. Sometimes I forget what I'm talking about because I get so excited about telling you guys things and doing things and stuff like that. So, canning and stuff. But basically I don't want to make this super long and stuff, and I don't want to ramble because I do ramble. And so, I'm just excited to be on here and teach, educate, learn, and share that with you guys. Share our journey of doing this compound and homesteading, and because we are starting from scratch, and it's so reassuring to have other people who want to do the same things as you guys are. And so, and as we are. And so, I'm just happy you're here. I look forward to weekly conversations with you guys, and any questions you have, just let me know. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful you want to spend your time and listen to me ramble. I don't tell any jokes, but sometimes I can be funny. So, and as we go, I'll tell you more about me, tell you more about the family, tell you about what we're doing and what works for us and what doesn't work for us, or what we've learned and can do better. Life's all about learning and teaching and growing. So I am excited. I turned 50 last year, so this is a new chapter, and it's a really exciting chapter for us. So I will see you next time. Bye, guys.